The crisp mountain air filled my lungs as I gazed up at the star-speckled sky, a smile tugging at my lips. This camping trip had been the perfect idea to celebrate our 10th wedding anniversary and rekindle the spark Catherine and I once had. "Isn't this amazing?" Catherine murmured, snuggling closer to me in our cozy tent. "Just us, nature, and no distractions." I pulled her into my arms, cherishing her warmth. "It's perfect. I'm so glad we did this." As the night wore on, the gentle rhythm of Catherine's breathing lulled me to sleep. But sometime in the early hours, I was jarred awake by her restless movements and muffled words. At first, I dismissed it as mere dreams, but then a name slipped from her lips, Derek, igniting a spark of unease within me. Derek?" she mumbled, her voice laced with unmistakable affection. "I can't wait to feel your touch again." My heart pounded as she described intimate moments, her words like daggers piercing my soul. I lay there, paralyzed, struggling to breathe as the weight of her betrayal threatened to crush me. Sleep eluded me for the rest of the night. As the first rays of dawn peeked through the tent, I reached for Catherine's phone, my hands trembling. A part of me wished it had all been a misunderstanding, but the truth was inescapable. I navigated through her messages, my stomach churning with each explicit photo and text exchange I uncovered. The evidence was undeniable. Catherine was having an affair with a man named Derek, someone I didn't even know existed until now. Tears stung my eyes as I took screenshots, preserving the proof of her infidelity. The woman I had vowed to love and cherish had shattered my trust in the most devastating way. Anger and sorrow waged war within me, each emotion vying for dominance. The hike back to our car was a silent affair, the joyous anticipation of our trip now replaced by a suffocating tension. Catherine, oblivious to my inner turmoil, chatted about our future plans, her words like salt in an open wound. I retreated into myself, barely uttering a response. My mind raced, formulating a plan for retribution, for exposing the truth in a way that would leave an indelible mark on our lives. Upon returning home, I immersed myself in uncovering every detail about Derek. A few keystrokes revealed that he was Catherine's coworker, a fact that only fueled the raging fire within me. I knew then that mere confrontation wouldn't suffice. I needed to make a statement, to shatter their world as they had shattered mine. With my mind set on exposing Catherine and Derek's betrayal in a manner that would leave an indelible mark, I knew I needed help. The next morning, I arranged to meet my best friend, Mike, at our favorite cafe. "Dude, what's going on?" Mike asked as soon as he slid into the booth across from me. "You look like hell." I took a deep breath, bracing myself to reveal the ugly truth. "Catherine's been cheating on me with some guy named Derek from her office." Mike's eyes widened in disbelief. "No way, man. Are you sure?" Wordlessly, I pulled out my phone and showed him the incriminating photos and messages. His jaw dropped, and a look of pure fury crossed his face. "That bitch," he spat. "What are you going to do?" "I want to make a statement," I said, my voice trembling with raw emotion. "Something that will expose them both and make them feel the humiliation and pain they've caused me." A plan began to form as Mike listened intently. "You are part of the local theater group, right? What if we created a play that mirrored my situation, but took it to the extreme? A satirical, over-the-top performance that would leave no doubt about their infidelity." Mike's eyes lit up. "Dude, that's brilliant. We could have the actors portray exaggerated versions of Catherine and Derek, and then you could reveal the truth at the end. It would be the ultimate revenge." A grim smile tugged at my lips. "Exactly. We'll shatter their worlds just as they shattered mine." Mike rallied the theater group, and they embraced the project with enthusiasm. Together, we crafted a script that captured the essence of Catherine and Derek's affair while amplifying the most salacious details. Rehearsals were intense, with the actors pouring their hearts into their performances. We wanted the audience to be captivated, drawn into the scandalous tale before the rug was pulled out from under them. I oversaw every aspect of the production, ensuring the play would be unmistakably pointed while maintaining a sense of humor. This wasn't just about revenge. It was about reclaiming my dignity and exposing the truth in a way that would resonate with everyone who witnessed it. With the play ready, I orchestrated a community event, presenting it as a surprise entertainment piece. I meticulously crafted the invitations, ensuring they reached Catherine, Derek, and their families, as well as our close friends and relatives. Catherine was thrilled when she received hers, believing I was finally making an effort to bring some excitement into our lives. Little did she know, the true excitement was yet to come. Derek, oblivious to the impending revelation, accepted the invitation without hesitation, planning to bring his wife and children along for what he assumed would be a light-hearted evening. As the invitations were sent, a sense of anticipation and dread swirled within me. The die was cast, and there was no turning back. I was determined to see this through, no matter the consequences. The community hall buzzed with excitement as friends, family, and unsuspecting victims alike filed in, eager for the surprise entertainment. I caught glimpses of Catherine, radiant in her oblivion, and Derek, arm draped casually around his wife's shoulders. The sight of them, so blissfully unaware of the bombshell about to detonate, filled me with a perverse sense of satisfaction. As the lights dimmed and the play began, the atmosphere was electric. The actors captivated the audience, portraying exaggerated versions of Catherine and Derek's sordid affair with delicious melodrama. Murmurs rippled through the crowd as the scandalous tale unfolded, and I watched with bated breath as my former lover and her paramour exchanged nervous glances, beads of sweat forming on their brows. As the final act drew to a close, I steeled my nerves and strode onto the stage, microphone in hand. A hush fell over the audience as I thanked them for their attendance, my voice steady despite the maelstrom raging within. Tonight's performance was no mere fiction, I declared, my gaze locking onto Catherine and Derek's ashen faces. It was a satirical retelling of the sordid affair between my wife, Catherine, and her co-worker, Derek. Gasps and murmurs erupted as I projected the explicit photos and messages onto the screen behind me, leaving no room for doubt. Derek's wife dissolved into heartbroken sobs, while Catherine stood frozen, her mask of composure shattering. "I've already sent the evidence to your employer," I continued, my words cutting through the stunned silence. "You will both face professional consequences for your actions. As for us, Catherine, our marriage is over. I will be filing for divorce." A deafening silence hung in the air, broken only by the muffled cries of Derek's wife and the whispers of support from my own friends and family. Catherine's pleas for forgiveness fell on deaf ears as the full weight of her betrayal came crashing down. Her reputation lay in tatters, her relationships crumbling around her. Derek, too, faced the harsh consequences of his actions, as his wife, devastated by his infidelity, decided to leave him, ending their marriage in divorce. In the aftermath, both Catherine and Derek lost their jobs, the public humiliation compounding their personal turmoil. For me, however, there was a sense of closure, a weight lifted from my shoulders. The truth had been laid bare, and justice, though bitter, had been served. In the weeks that followed, I focused on healing and rebuilding my life. My family and friends rallied around me, offering unwavering support and encouragement. I immersed myself in new hobbies, rediscovering passions that had been neglected during my marriage. Reconnecting with loved ones and forging new connections helped mend the wounds inflicted by Catherine's betrayal. The pain would never fully dissipate, but I found solace in the knowledge that I had reclaimed my dignity and emerged from the ashes of my former life with a renewed sense of purpose. As I embarked on this new chapter, the weight of the past gradually lifted, replaced by a cautious yet steadfast hope for the future. The journey ahead was uncertain, but I was ready to face it head-on, armed with the lessons learned and the strength forged in the crucible of heartbreak. This is where our story comes to an end. Share your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for your precious time. If you enjoyed this story, then please make sure you subscribe to this channel. That would help me a lot. Click on the video you see on the screen, and I will see you there.